Okay, we will start our class. So the day 37 and 38 plan will be discussed today as a part of 90 days MPS program. So the first question is about given the vulnerability of Indian agriculture to various vagaries of nature, discuss the need for crop insurance and bring out the salient features of the Fasal Bima Yojana. Okay, this is a very direct question. You can see here, you have to answer this question almost in 3 pages. So this question should have 3 parts. So the first, yes, 3 parts. The first part should be about what are all the reasons for the what we can say our Indian agriculture's vulnerability in our country. And the second part should be about the need for the crop insurance program in our country. And third part should be covering the salient features of PM Fasal Bima Yojana. So it is a very direct question. Okay. So for salient features of PM Fasal Bima Yojana, just if you read the Fasal Bima Yojana scheme itself, you will get the points. So this is a very easy question to write because the vulnerability of Indian agriculture also we know how the nature or the climate change or the gamble of monsoons is affecting our country's agrarian economy. And we can say that, so what are all the issues farmers and agriculture is facing? So what is the purpose, what is the need, why the crop insurance is needed should be discussed, and after that we have to give the points which are given in PM Fasal Bima Yojana. So first, a small introduction should be about India's geographical or climatic features, and second, you can see here I have answered we should answer about vulnerability of the Indian agriculture with respect to the vagaries of nature, extremities of nature. So we will be having sometimes a deluge or sometimes a drought. Okay, this is we cannot say continuously we will having a good monsoon rainfall or continuously for 2 years we will be having a severe drought and all. We cannot predict properly. So this and all because of ITC's its own El Nino law effect only. And we know we have different types of crops and different types of cropping patterns we are following in our country. So we will be having every different types of crops will be connected to the climatic, or we can say weather conditions, or we can say seasonal variations of our country. So for all the productions, for all the different types of crops and cropping patterns in our country, nature plays a dominant role in our country. So why the crop insurance is needed? So this is a very logic question. Even a layman can answer about why crop insurance is needed. So it will be guaranteeing farmers a sizable amount of income. No, so our motto is to that is the current government motto is to double the farmers' income by 2022. So by giving crop insurance an income and for example, a financial security will be given to the farmers, not income security. Sorry. So and it will be bridging the gap between investment as well as the profit. And we can say here we can double the farmers' income. That is the motto as well as, and it will integrate the multiple sectors because agriculture means just the agriculture or the farmers are not only included, and also the upstream as well as the downstream sectors were there. Okay, in terms of food processing or in terms of we can say transportation. Okay, so it will integrate all the multiple sectors, and what it will encourage our gross domestic product contribution of the primary sector. Okay, and it will also give a rational platform for the farmers. Okay, because they were always in the what we can say fulcrum of or the edge of profit or loss. No, so it will give them what we can say rational platform by giving a sizable amount, ensuring their financial security. And next we have to give the salient features of Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. Just to give a small introduction about this Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. Okay, after the small introduction, you can give about the salient features one by one. Okay, so here especially the post-harvest losses are also included. So that is a very good key point in terms of Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana area approach. and multi-agency. It is implemented through multi-agency in every states and districts, and all the farmers are included in this crop insurance program, and all the crops have been included under the scheme, and voluntary coverage is also included if the farmers can claim, okay, if they can afford, okay, and direct benefit through the Aadhaar linkage. So we can say here this is a very holistic okay. So that's the one part consistent reading can write can make you deliver these points this kind of question. Okay, so why is nanotechnology one of the key technologies of the 21st century? Describe the salient features of Indian government mission on nanoscience and nanoscience and scope of its application development process of the country. With a small introduction about nanotechnology. Okay, for nanotechnology, how nanotechnology can help India in the small introduction, and you have to answer in three parts. So, how nanotechnology is the key technology of 21st century? So, where and all it can be used? Okay, where and all it can be used in a sense we can say how it can be used. Okay, first question. First part of the question should be nanotechnology key technology. Second part of the question should be salient features of our government's mission on nanoscience and technology. Okay, so this is a very direct one. And third part should be the scope of its application in the development process of the country. So where the real-time application, where we are following, where we are applying the nanotechnology and nanoscience or technology. Okay, that's all. So we can see here why nanotechnology is needed. The reasons have been illustrated here. So it is a new type of technology which is having a very good future in the 21st century. So it helps in the sustainable development because it can be used in all the sectors. Okay, right from agriculture to the what we can say microchip or what we can say internet hardware industries too. Okay, so and it develops a new technology. And so while developing a new technology, it will generate employment in large numbers. No, in this sector, and it gives what we can say holistic development in terms of physical, chemical, and material as well as the biological sciences, as they have already told. Okay, more research and development will be occurring in these fields, especially physical, chemical, material, and biological. And we can say it will play a major role in quantum materials, energy materials, agriculture, as well as the defense. So nanotechnology has a very good scope in terms of defense, as well as we can say quantum materials and energy materials, which will be helping us in space, exploring space science. Okay. Okay. Wherever the word quantum comes, it reminds me of Avengers. Okay. So next, second part of the question is about salient features of Indian government's mission on nanoscience and technology. So nano mission has been launched by Government of India in 2007 itself under the Department of Science and Technology. Now it has been under Ministry of Science and Technology, and we can say 1,000 rupees crores have been funded for the nano mission in our country. So the basic objectives or the salient features of this mission is to first promoting the nanotechnology in our country in all the fields, especially we can say agriculture, defense, and health sectors. And infrastructure development for the nanotechnology will generate more employment. Okay, and nano application as in skilled as well as unskilled, uh, what we can say genre, it will create employment. And nano applications and technology development, it will lead to cutting edge technology in our country. Okay, what we can say, fast and accurate information can be taken. Okay, can be provided, and human resource development in terms of skilled or unskilled employment or employment generation. International collaboration can happen because this is a new kind of technology which were already in usage in the developed countries. So we will have the transfer of technology with the collaboration of with the collaboration of developed countries. Okay, so and also we can say here India's Nano Mission has also established some R&D framework, R&D research projects, as well as they have made a framework. For example, that is called National Regulatory Framework Roadmap for Nanotechnology has been laid down in the Ministry of Science and Technology. Okay, so the third part of the question about its scope of its application. So I have already told you, from agriculture till the defense sectors, everywhere we can use nanotechnology, especially during COVID-19 time for personal protection equipments, an N95 mask or respirator. The nanotechnology has been used. Okay, so we can see here nano fertilizers. So nano fertilizers can seep down through the minute cells of the root nodules of the plants and can give the direct benefit of the nutrients to the plants, and in turn it can yield more products. Okay, productivity will be enhanced and quality products will be there, and pollution controlled hybrid polymers have been used, especially to reduce the spoilage while packaging and all. So it can cause spoilage in land or in water, no? So pollution can be controlled. Food processing, we can say sensors can be made out of nanoparticles for the foodborne pathogens. And biotechnology, we can say in the biotechnology sector, titanium dioxide nanoparticles were used as antimicrobial agents. Especially we can say N9 blue nano silver has been used as a good antimicrobial agent. And in other applications, there are many nano emulsions and all to reduce the bacteria growth. So this is the scope of applications of nanotechnology, nanoscience and technology. Okay, so at last we can say recently in 2020, international conference on nanoscience and nanotechnology was held in India. So it laid emphasis on 5 M's. We can say machine, manpower, material. Okay, and these are all the things where the emphasis has been laid, and the integration of nanotechnology with that of the sustainable development, because our goal is to attain sustainable development by 2030, satisfying all the 17 goals, no? So this one, what we can say, technologies also will help us to move towards our target. Okay, next question. The next question is a add-on ethics question. So condemn none. If you can stretch out a helping hand, do so. If not, fold your hands. Bless your brothers and let them go their own way. Swami Vivekananda. Wherever a commendable quotation has been seen, we can clearly say that it's given by Swami Vivekananda only. Okay, so he has been giving a warning that if you cannot help others, please shut your mouth and do your work. Just to bless the person who is doing. Okay, or else the if you can do, you can do the helping or help the needy. Okay, if not, please fold your hands. He has been giving it in an objective manner, but we can say explicitly, please shut your mouth and do your work. Okay, don't interrupt in their work. That's all. So the above quotation, this is wholly of my perspective only. So as I have been already telling you that ethics question is purely based on your opinion and perspective. It's my perspective to write this question. So but this question should give clear what we can say, clear explanation about altruistic behavior. Okay, and you have to give some human values where it can lead to, where it can yield altruistic behavior or altruism among human beings. Okay, and give some examples too to illustrate. Okay, that's all. This is what the question is demand. Okay, so I have given some values like empathy and tolerance is much needed for the altruistic behavior. Okay, so I can say here Mahatma Gandhi's example and Mother Teresa example I have given. You can give any type of example which you think suits the quotation. Okay, so and I also have given the legislation like the Good Samaritan Act passed by our government, passed by the legislature in 2016, I think so, for giving, for promoting humanity and altruistic behavior among the people. Because earlier and all, if a person is helping a victim means that person will be questioned, or you can say, um, will be considered as a or can say accused, okay, accused person or offender at that time. So to promote humanity, the value of humanity, and to promote the altruistic behavior among the people, because so many people will have the tendency to help, but because of the fear of the law and regulations, they won't do that. So that's why the legislature has given, has replaced the act with the Good Samaritan Act. Okay, I think in 2016, I think so. So that's through these kind of what we can say moral legislations, we can promote the altruistic behavior. Those who can give helping hand, they can. If not, they can just bless the others and then go. That's all. Okay. Just to give a very good holistic conclusion here too. I have also given LPG programs because give up subsidy was in a great roar during 2018-19 and all. Okay. So many people have give up their subsidy for the sake of BPL families. Okay, under Ujjwala Yojana. That is also a form of, we can say, showing empathy and tolerance towards the needy people. Okay, so that is my conclusion. Empathy, integrity, and tolerance will give growth as well as development. Through that, we can avoid the critics and the intolerance. That's all. So this is my perspective. You can write this answer in any point of view. Okay, but it should answer. It should have the inculcation of values, and also you should give some examples to illustrate your opinion. That's all. The day 38 plan we can see. Lovable question. Rehabilitation of human settlements is one of the most important environmental impacts which always attracts controversy while planning major projects. Discuss the measures suggested for mitigation of this impact while proposing major developmental projects. So first give a brief introduction about the major development projects, how the major development projects are leading to the migration of the people. Okay, in a very brief manner, 2 to 3 sentences in the introduction. So this question should be answered in terms of 3 parts. The first one should be rehabilitation of human settlements, important environmental impact. That should be answered first. Second one should be what are all the steps taken by the government. Third one should be what are the measures you can suggest for the mitigation of the impact. That's all. Okay. The first one should be about how the rehabilitation has been considered as one of the environmental impacts. How rehabilitation and environment are getting connected. So location, topography, okay, especially great projects like a dam construction or any kind of irrigation channels or a mining activities will occur only in forest or water resources area, mineral rich regions. So obviously people will be migrating. Okay, employment of the people will be getting questioned because they will be losing their traditional jobs and they should seek for other jobs too. Okay, so the question of economic justice has been there, existing there. And cultural identity and social eccentricity will be getting disrupted. They will lose their identity in due course of time. Okay, so and also it will lead to communal or some type of commotion with while they are migrating to the other region. Okay, this will always give rise to political as well as economic problems and as well as riots too. Okay, so and some kind of practice and customs will be disappeared in due course of time. So their questioning of ethnicity will be there, and the new opportunities also will cause imbalance because certain group of people may getting employment in a new form, or we can say in a new sector. So that may cause imbalance in demand and supply in that local region. Okay, some may become rich, some may become poor. Okay, so these are all the problems. That's why rehabilitation has been considered as one of the environmental impact. Okay, what are the measures taken by government means we can say the Land Acquisition Act, the Land Acquisition Resettlement and Rehabilitation Act 2013, which replaced the colonial government's the Land Acquisition Act of 1884. Okay, so that was with the very stringent regulations that has been replaced with the flexible one, and specific migration and development programs for certain specific projects in the localized areas, we can say. Narmada Bacho underwent for the Sarovar project. Okay, Narmada Sarovar project, and skill training programs and poverty alleviation programs like PM Kaushal Vikas Yojana and all. And so these are all the measures which are all taken by the government, okay, in terms of rehabilitation of the migration of the people, because United Nations Human Rights Commission has already recognized or categorized the migration of the people within the country as internally displaced people. Okay, so they have been categorized under a specific name or specific banner, so they should be given their rights and their privileges, okay, to have their sustenance and sustainability in due course. Okay, so what are the measures for mitigation of impact means, as we are having environment impact assessment, social impact assessment should be there, considering the people's livelihood, their employment, okay, that is a livelihood, and all their cultural as well as social harmony. Okay, alternate livelihood opportunity scheme should be there for specific groups or specific community, skill training programs and community awareness programs to avoid communal riots or any social problems in future. Okay, and educating the gram sabhas with with viable information about the social impact assessment or the reforms act or the land acquisition rehabilitation resettlement act. Okay, stipulated program should be there for their sustenance and sustainability. That is, a survey should be taken for annually or we can say biennially until they attain a good position in their economy as well as in social way. Okay, so that's all. So at last, a pro government or we can say suggesting measures type of conclusion can be given. So here we can say a multi-dimensional major developmental projects will give growth, that is economic growth as well as development. But for the sustainable development, we need the social as well as political justice to be recognized. That's all. This is my conclusion. You can give it in any other way. So the next question about inclusive growth. So comment on the challenges for the inclusive growth, which include careless and useless manpower in the Indian context. Suggest measures to be taken for facing these challenges. So first, give a definition about the inclusive growth. This can be seen in UNDP website, United Nations Development website. So inclusive growth is about ensuring the benefits of development to reach the entire population, including vulnerable members. Okay. And next we can say inclusive growth. Right. In India, we can say workforce and labor force are very low when compared to the developed countries, as well as the skilled labor force, which are having who are all having the certified or authenticated uh, certification is very much lesser when compared to the Asian or other European countries too. So this question need to be answered in three parts as usual. First about inclusive growth, and the second one is about illustrating about the conditions in our country in terms of inclusive growth and what are the measures can be taken. Okay, so government measures as well as we have to suggest some measures. So government measures, we can see apprenticeship programs has been given, especially for engineering and diploma programs students, and skill training for the dropouts like PM Kaushal Vikas Yojana or Rani Roshni scheme, self-help groups for all the genders, between both men and women, for rising local economy, and seva centers and kendras, okay, for giving information about the specific programs or their specific genre. Okay, digital literacy programs also given, also be given through the e-seva centers or kendras, because updated information should be given, no, like geotagged. Okay, prior weather forecast and all for a sustainable development or inclusive growth. And what are the measures can be taken? First, gender focused budget or gender respective budget should be there. We have already in that path only. And primary education should be enhanced because in our country we can say every people, most of the people are getting primary education, that is up to 8th, or we can say up to the higher level. We can say at least up to primary education, we can say up to 5th standard to 6th standard, they are getting their education. Okay, so that quality should be enhanced because so many people cannot afford the education or due to their family conditions. So while enhancing the quality of the primary education itself, they may get an idea when they are when they can handle their own life, or they can handle their business after having enhanced or quality, what we can say, a very good quality or rich quality primary education. Okay, so skill training for the unskilled laborers and capacity building programs for the skilled laborers. So that is the difference. And identifying the eligible beneficiary is very important, so we can use some digital technology there. So that's all we can say. Our Ministry of Finance has already focused on the gender respective budget. Okay, so we can say here for inclusive growth, reduced inequalities, gender equality, and good quality should be there. So in order to attain sustainable development, inclusive growth is also a kind of, or it is in line with the sustainable development only. So in order to achieve these three goals, we can achieve the inclusive growth too. That's all. That is my conclusion. You can write it in any other way, but the conclusion should be consolidating the inclusive growth with that of any international standards or government schemes. That's all. Okay. So next question, add-on ethics, the same as the previous plan question. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Mahatma Gandhi. What do the above quotation mean to you? The same type of question. By servicing others, we can find our quality. So this is my perspective. So I have started this question with that of this is acceptable with Mahatma Gandhi itself. In this question also, you have to give some values. You have to give you have to link values with that of servicing others, and you should illustrate your opinion with an example too. Okay, a real time example or your life example. Okay, or any great leaders example. So you can say I have given that the social reformers, revivalists, or even revolutionaries have find their quality or have find their themselves through servicing others. So, and I have given example of Dr. Apj Abdul Kalam here because though he was popularly known as the missile man, yet he had more passion towards nature. Okay, he had a great concern towards environment. So through his interest towards the nature and music, he made an ambitious effort of planting 1 crore trees through his followers. Okay, like the recent died actor Vivek. Okay, and others we can give example of Mother Teresa, Sardar Vallabhai Patel I have given. So it's my opinion. Okay, you can write your opinion because to illustrate my point, I have given some examples here. So unity and integrity, the value has been integrated by, has been given, has been we can say has been compared with the Sardar Vallabhai Patel because he was the only Iron Man of India who has consolidated all the princely states with the value of fraternity among all. Okay, and I have given the Indian soldiers as well as the man who was scavengers. Both are considered as the same because they are showing their altruistic behavior. Okay, apart from getting salary or apart from getting their money. Okay, they show their altruistic behavior for the welfare of the people. So Indian soldiers will help in the defense of the country in the borders, and man of scavengers will help in the environmental, or we can say they act as the health defenses in our locality. Okay, so both can be say they realize their quality of empathy and tolerance and attitude towards servicing others, despite we can say any financial terms. Okay, So for serving others and to find, while serving others we are finding ourselves, what are the qualities which are needed to find ourselves means to serve others: impartiality, attitude, emotional intelligence to handle, and tolerance and empathy. So these values can make a person, an individual, to serve others. Through that, that person can realize themselves. That's all. So that's all for today. Tomorrow morning, I will upload the video for day 39 and 40 plan. That's all. Thank you for watching. Good night. Sweet dreams.